So you just take the hammer and you can see his belly button twitch a little bit. He got hair here, so yeah, he twitched that time. That's the cutaneous reflex. It's not a very good reflex, but as somebody with a spinal cord injury, it's going to be hyper reflexive, remember. Okay. The hepatojugular reflex is something that you're doing to test for congestive failure. It actually is sort of an indirect measure of right atrial pressure. So if I get you to sit up at 45 degrees, Nicole, will you come back here and just scoot back?
Need some support.
You're going to be the back.
Okay.
Okay. Scoot back, lean back. Okay, so just lean back. Bring your head that way. Bring your head that way. Okay. Lean back a little more. Well, his cardiac function is going to be too good. We need somebody in congestive failure. Anybody? Anybody? So you'll see his external jugular right there, and you actually can see. You can see his. You see it right there. You see it right there. In a person with congestive failure, you can see the pulsations of the jugular. Okay, now what you want to do is actually test the right side. So look that way for me. Okay, so you're looking this side. Now, there's the external jugular, it's going to be right there. What you do is you increase the volume of blood going into the right atrium. And that will back up blood through the jugular system. And the way you do that is you squeeze the blood from the inferior vena cava, or from the liver. And by doing that, what I'm going to do is get below his rib cage here, and I'm going to just press in on his liver. When I do that in a patient with congestive failure, you'll see the line, the jugular venous distension go up his neck. That's called hepatojugular reflux. Not reflex, but reflux. Okay? His won't do it because his heart is so compliant, it's taking care of the overload. But if you have somebody with dysfunction, it won't do it. If you go to, thank you, Jared, thank you. If you go to YouTube and look up hepatojugular reflux, they have there's an Indian doctor from the country of India demonstrating it, and this poor Indian woman is huge on her. So just a YouTube video, you can see that reflux test. Okay? That's the physical exam of the abdomen. Any questions about any of that? Of course.
For somebody who has an abdominal complaint, how long should you listen to each of the 4 quadrants if you do hear bowel sound?
If somebody has an abdominal complaint, how long, what?
Should you listen in each quadrant if you do hear bowel sounds?
Oh, once you hear it, move on. Yeah, and if it sounds normal, move on. If anybody in here develops a stomach virus as the winter goes on, everybody jump on that abdomen and listen to it. Because, I mean, it just gurgles and gurgles and gurgles, before they throw up or have the diarrhea. It's really impressive at how much your peristalsis goes on when you have the intestinal problems. Anybody here with irritable bowel syndrome, the diarrhea component.
We got the whole spectrum in this class.
The entire class.
Bowel.
Well, so if you have somebody with the constipation IBS, you can listen to their bowel sounds and there won't be much to hear. But if you have somebody with a raging case of diarrhea, check it out. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
I have irritable bowels, but I don't have a raging cage of diarrhea. I'm like somewhere in the middle. So I just said, don't want to listen.
Why are you telling me this? I'll leave
Because
before
you
you start talking about.
asked. I'm serious.
No, that's good, that's good. So, any other questions?
On the aortic pulse, do you actually measure when you document, or do you just say normal?
I just say normal, or you can say 2 centimeters, just estimate it. Anything else?
Question. In regards to October 22nd complete physical exam, being able to prep in advance, are there any resources you would recommend, or should we just go back through our phys die lectures from the beginning of the year? Sounds like a comprehensive, I feel like there's so many special tests, but maybe something that puts it together, so we can start reviewing and putting it into memory.
Yeah, and this is the problem. This is the problem. And this is why we're doing this week. When I set up this program, I wanted you, during the Intro to Human Form, to have the whole physical exam. And then when we did each section, to emphasize it. But I wanted you to have the whole thing up front. That didn't happen. So we realized now that we have a different crew on board, we need to go back and do what we wanted to do in the beginning. So I don't have that, and I'll see if I can get something like that for you. There are different resources like Maxwell. You guys have Maxwell? You know, there are different resources like that that have, but I got something.
Okay.
Hang on. I even might have it in plastic. Remember that thing that Rhonda Sparks had? It was a sheet of, you don't remember that? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they gave
I
us,
actually had a bookstore.
the one they gave to us in the beginning?
Like this.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, we all have one.
You all have
Oh,
that?
you have this one.
Yeah, we
You
don't have
this.
this.
Yeah, we don't
We
have
don't have that.
We don't have
Yeah, we
that.
can have
That's
that.
from undergrad.
This is, let me see what I have up there. That one might be, where did you get that? Is that the one I gave you?
We have that.
This is review of substance.
Oh, that's just for you. Okay, let me see what I have upstairs. This came from the bookstore? Oh, okay. Let me see what I have.
Thank you.
What else? Okay. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.